Hola chicos, and welcome to another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the verb deber. We're going to discuss the verbal structure, deber plus the infinitive, deber de plus the infinitive, and tener que plus the infinitive. So firstly, let's talk about the verb deber. Deber literally means to owe. For example, te debo, I owe you. Okay, but we are going to talk about the verbal structure, deber plus the infinitive. When the infinitive is used with the verb deber, it is used to express, or it expresses rather, that something or someone, must do something, or something must be done. It expresses basically obligation. So the conjugation firstly of the verb deber is presented here. Yo debo, tú debes, él, ella debe, usted debe, nosotros debemos, ellos, ellas deben, ustedes deben. Now, the translation here, if you were to literally conjugate it, it would mean I owe, you owe, etc. But we are not focusing on the verb deber. We are focusing on the verbal structure, deber plus the infinitive. When we are using the infinitive after the verb deber, it becomes to, must do something or should do something. So in this case, for example, yo debo completar la tarea. This would mean I must complete the task or I should complete the task. Tú debes estudiar para el examen. You must study for the exam or you should study for the exam. Ustedes no deben hablar en clase. You all must not speak in class or you all should not speak in class. Again, the verb plus the infinitive to express that someone must do or should do something, and you must use rather the infinitive after. Just like the verb poder, we are only conjugating the verb deber according to the subject of the sentence, and then the action that you are referring to will then be in the infinitive form. For example, again, debo completar, debes estudiar, no deben hablar. So the first verb, deber, is conjugated, and the second verb is in the infinitive form. Let's talk about deber de plus the infinitive. So the preposition de here has a great impact because it changes the meaning. Deber de plus the infinitive means that something may be done, or it might be. It expresses a degree of assumption or probability that something may or may not be. For example, ella debe de estar cansada después de la fiesta. She must be tired after the party. We are not sure if if she is tired, but she is tired. So, or she may be tired, sorry. So, because we are not sure, we're saying debe de estar. She might be tired or she must be tired after the party. There's some degree of probability or assumption. La comida es deliciosa. Debes de ser cocinero. The food is delicious. You must be a cook. So perhaps we are talking to someone and that person probably would have prepared the food, but we don't know if they are cook, if they are a cook or a chef. So we are pointing out this degree of assumption. The food is delicious. You must be a cook. Debes de ser cocinero. No se ponen chaquetas. Deben de tener frío. They don't have on jackets. They must be cool. We're not sure if they are feeling cold, but we notice that they don't have on any jackets. And because of the weather, we are making this assumption that they must be cool. Esa mujer debe de tener 38 años. That woman is probably about 38 years. We're not sure if she's about 38 years. We are guessing, or we have that a degree of assumption or probability. So this is how we use deber de plus infinitive. When you're not sure about something, it might be, or it must be. Okay, so we're not sure. We have a certain degree of doubt or probability. Tener que plus infinitive, I'm going to explain tener que plus infinitive a little bit here so that you can understand it when we are when we are expressing the idea of obligation and not confuse it with deber. In another video, we will explore tener plus infinitive, but for now, we're just going to look at the surface meaning. So this verbal structure is used to talk about obligation, just like what I mentioned about the verb deber. But let's see what is really the difference and how it is different. Firstly, the conjugation of the verb tener. Yo tengo, I have. Tú tienes, you have. Él, ella tiene, he or she has. Usted tiene, you have, the polite form. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Ellos, ellas tienen, they have. Ustedes tienen, you all have, which is polite. It is important to note here that the verb tener in the present tense, as is conjugated here, is an irregular verb. So you must learn this off as is. Let's look at some examples. With tener que plus infinitive. Tener que plus infinitive now means to have to do something. So tener by itself, by the way, means to have. Okay, for example, yo tengo un carro, I have a car. Tú tienes un libro, you have a book. So you physically have something. But tener que plus infinitive is a verbal structure that requires, or rather, so it requires infinitive, but it expresses the idea that something that something has to be done. All right. So, for example, Benjamin tiene que lavar los platos. Benjamin has to wash the dishes, so he has something to do. Yo tengo que estudiar para el examen. I have to study for the exam. Los chicos tienen que escribir el ensayo. The boys have to write the essay. So we don't want to mix up the verbal structure tener que plus infinitive with the verb tener. So what is the difference? The verb plus infinitive versus tener que plus infinitive. These verbs are not always interchangeable. The verb is limited to formal or written context. At times, the verb is used as should to express an obligation that is a little more subjective. Okay, so you can use it to give advice or to state an opinion. So when we talk about subjective, the verb to bear being subjective, we mean it is influenced by someone's personal feelings, their opinions, or their tastes, right? Something that is individual. So if we go back to the examples with deber, so with the verb deber, as I was explaining to you, it's more of a personal or an obligation that is moral. It's something that you know it's the right thing to do at this point in time. But with the verb tener, K plus the infinitive, it's something that is an absolute necessity. It's absolutely necessary that you do it. It's a great obligation that you must get this done. It has to be done. All right, it's not within just your personal view. It's not just something that you believe is correct to do at this point. It's something that has to be done, especially if something else has to follow or if it is going to influence another action or outcome. So I hope that this explains it. So to end our lesson, we're now going to do an activity that will only focus on the verb plus the infinitive or the verb de plus the infinitive. In another video, we will discuss tener que plus the infinitive. So guys, a practicar, translate the following sentences correctly using either the verb plus the infinitive or the verb de plus the infinitive. Number one, the teachers must be arriving soon. Number two, the classroom must be painted and red for the event. 3. My friend's grandmother must be about 79 years. 4. I must go to school every day this month. 5. You must write your name on the box. 6. That house must cost a fortune. 7. The packages must be packed into the box. And 8. Those packages must be for the manager. Until our next video, guys, adios. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you have any questions, you can reach me on Instagram at Professor Puran. Take care.